Hey everyone, welcome back to Fate Stay Night Remastered with Jurgen Jace. We have quite the love triangle brewing going on here. We have these two, one tsundere, one knight, full-grown magical woman, moving in with Shiro Miya, aka us. And man, I bet when Sakura shows up and sees them, it's gonna be tense. That and Shiro can't keep it together long enough to really make a decision on which of these two he wants. If you want to know where we're at flowchart wise, following along that way, there you go. All right. Intimidation won't work on me. In the context of what we were just talking about, that's just really funny to me. Anyway, I'm a man, so I have to draw the line. You need to be more mindful of your position too, Saber. Gosh, he's such a teenage boy. Yes, exactly. That is why I'm simply insisting as a servant that I protect my master. No, not that. I'm talking about your own position. As a woman, If you don't get it, then never mind. If you're going to keep on pressing the issue, I'll make you understand if I have to use my command spell. Don't do that, buddy. I try to scare Saber off the subject. I would not like you using a command spell for that reason. Our future would be bleak indeed if you were to use such a thing to command me not to protect you. So ne, you're right. Shiro is the first and definitely last master to say something like that. Don't be stupid. I wouldn't want to use my command spell for something like this either. Then don't even threaten it. Don't joke about it. Just don't. Understood. I will follow Master's command. But what will you do if you are ambushed? Assassins have the ability to close in on their target by concealing their presence. If that were to happen, are you able to protect yourself until I reach you? Well, I really can't tell her that I can't take care of myself. Or, you mean can't, is what I think you mean, not can. Yeah, I managed to survive against Lancer, but I won't have that kind of luck twice. You didn't survive against Lancer. The whole thing is that he killed you, came back, almost killed you again, you were saved. Then you were killed by a different person. That's not possible. This mansion has a bounded field set up to alert the residents of any intruders. We may not be able to avoid being attacked, but we should be able to detect attempts at an ambush. If that happens, Saber should have time to rush to Shiro's defense before he's attacked, so she can go ahead and take another room. Thank you for helping him, even though I don't agree with Shiro in this case. Maybe true, but Then why don't you take the room next to Shiro's? You're fine as long as you two don't share rooms, right, Amiya? Tohsaka purposely calls me Amiya at the end. Tohsaka. That's a bit of a misconception. I'm saying it for your sake, so it's justified. Anyway, I wonder which room I should take. Maybe your room? Just starts this whole argument all over again. Tohsaka takes her luggage and heads towards the mansion, putting an end to the conversation. She seems cheerful, like a student picking her room at a school trip. So is Archer gonna be quote-unquote, granted he doesn't take up space, but like, is he gonna be moving in as well? Or is he already here? Is he still recharging his battery or whatever? How terrifying, the way Tohsaka carries herself so self-assuredly mesmerizes the two of us, and we both watch her go in stunned dismay. I mean, she just said, I'm gonna go pick a room, that was it. Well, leave the dojo and head back to the house. For the time being, I need to give them all a tour so Saber can select her room. This gets so slice of lifey so quick. We go from talking about magical stuff to we're moving in together, we're roomies, yay, I gotta give him a tour. This is the Japanese style room. If you head towards the back, you'll find the living room, bathroom, and other communal spaces. You'll get to the guest house if you walk along the veranda corridor towards the detached side of the house. Seems like Tosaka wants to go that way. As we walk, I explain where everything is. I'm not sure if she's even listening, since Saber is just following me without reacting to a single thing I say. She probably doesn't know what half of this is, considering she is like, 600 years old. I do not need to know the layout of the house. I just need to know where your room is, Shiro. My room is this way. It's pretty far into the house. Then please, lead me there. There is something I wish to discuss with you. Privately. Privately? Oh, boy. Privately? That means it's something she doesn't want Tosaka to hear. I don't think Tosaka would hear us since she's in the detached area of the house, but I can't forget that she's still a master. She could just as easily listen in. And besides, the verandas... Is it veranda? Veranda? Veranda's hardly a place to talk in private. Here, this is my room. What? Or wait, no. What? This is your room, Shiro? She's like, why isn't this a throne? Why is this a box? The moment we step into the room, Saber's eyes widen with surprise. What's wrong? I don't think there's anything around here that should surprise you like that. No, it's not that there is anything that surprises me. It is more that I'm more surprised there's nothing here. You are certain this is your room? Yeah, I'm pretty bare minimum. Like most guys. Well, I'm not like that, I will say personally. But I know there are the memes of like, the guys just need the lawn chair and the TV and the Xbox and that's it. And then that's all they need for their living room. Or they have a mattress that's actually doesn't have any box spring or frame or anything. Why would I lie about that? I only come here to sleep, so it makes sense there's nothing here. I see. I just did not expect that. I imagined you to be a collector of some sort. Saber steps into the Japanese-style room, running her hand along the wall and sliding paper door, feeling its texture. Her touch is gentle, as if contact with these things will let her learn their history, see their memories. Why is her touching a wall an important plot point? I'm glad. Your room may seem sparse, but it feels like it has been treated with care. It looks drab, but I can feel the warmth here. Warmth? You mean my body pressing against you? But this room is cool during the summer and warm. Oh wait, I skipped ahead. Well, I guess that's true. Maybe it's how this mansion's been structured. But this room is cool during the summer and warm in winter. My old man also was impressed and said I chose well. Yes, a room is a reflection of its owner's personality. The state of this room left me concerned about your disposition. But now my impression of you is as it was previous to coming here. You're just as boring as I thought you were. Saber sounds relieved, but I don't really understand what she's trying to say. You take care of things well, is what she's saying. So, what do you want to talk to me about privately? Like, kissing me and stuff? Two things, both of which I would like to keep between the two of us. One of them is not kissing. Two of them is not kissing. Is that alright? Well, I was really hoping for kissing, but, well, if you say so, I don't mind. But at least tell me what they are, or else I won't know whether it's good or bad. Both are bad. At the very least, I do not want any of the other masters knowing this. From Saber's expression, I'm guessing this has something to do with our shortcomings. Okay, I think I got the gist of what's on your mind. Go ahead and tell me what it is. Hi. The first thing is about a summoned servant's first obligation. I am afraid I cannot fulfill that obligation, so I would like to apologize in advance. Huh? A servant's first obligation? Revealing my identity to you. Have you not heard it from Rin? About who you are? Oh, you mean your real name. Your real name is Beautiful Lady, right? Servants are heroic spirits. They are heroes who have made a name for them. Can you not repeat this information again? Who have made a name for themselves throughout history and around the world. Is this going to be the whole game, just repeating the same thing over and over again? They conceal their identities as well as their skills by using class names. A servant's true name isn't something to reveal lightly, but their masters should know. Without knowing their identity, masters won't know a servant's strengths and abilities. I wonder if we had asked her about her identity, like earlier on when we had the option to, if it would have accidentally gotten revealed, like as Rin was walking in and exposed Saber in the future. Master and servant are one. The pair simply can't battle effectively if one has something to hide. At least that would be the case if we're talking about a normal master. Knowing Saber's true name won't change the fact that I still can't use her with full potential, and I wasn't all that interested in the first place. My full power! I can't get to it, oh no! Okay, that's fine, but why? Why, oh why? I am basing this on my own understanding of the situation, in spite of whatever intention or efforts on your part to protect my true name. There are numerous ways with which an enemy could use magecraft to rip that knowledge from you. You have little resistance to magecraft. A skilled mage could easily take advantage of this. Should you fall under an enemy spell, you may reveal my true name, entirely against your will. Oh, I get it. Yeah, you're right. I'm such a weakling. I'm really useless, such a liability. Why are people teaming up with me? I'd give up in a moment a spell was cast on me. Let's keep it a secret. Saber is Saber. I appreciate your understanding. Then again, I'm not as renowned or distinguished as the likes of Berserker anyway. It may not make much of a difference, even were my name to be revealed. Saber's tone is regretful. I'm not gonna, I have said it multiple times in this playthrough, I'm not gonna say it anymore for the sake of spoilers, because I'm sure it will pop up. The only reason I know her name is because of Fate Zero. With that in mind, I do not think that she is inferior in terms of what her legacy is. That doesn't matter. An ace up your sleeve's only value isn't that it's concealed. I can tell you're trying to be creative since you ended up with such a terrible master. Besides, don't you think Berserker's kind of unfair anyway? See, he puts himself down. I don't even have to do it. As a joke, he just does it naturally. There's no reason for you to get depressed about it. And from my point of view, you weren't completely inferior to that thing. You were injured pretty bad, but you were holding your own. You really trying to have a pep rally? This does, just with Saber and like the normal clothes, normal-ish clothes, the sailor uniform, whatever that's called. It is very odd having these conversations with her and like thinking that she is, you know, this super magical spirit familiar thing, and not just like another girl. You may be right. I was caught off guard last night, but once my wounds are fully healed, things will go differently. I bet. Okay, that's the first topic. What's the other thing you wanted to talk about? About that. I love the look. She looks so upset about it. Yes, about that. I'm afraid that this is something we are unable to resolve on our own. Servants maintain their form with the magical energy their masters supply. That is why a servant requires a master. But because I'm a crap master, I don't have enough magical energy to maintain your body. That is not what I am saying. But yes, that is also true. Even were I to receive only a small amount of magical energy from my master, that would not be a problem. However, as of right now, I am not receiving any magical energy from you at all. The ley line connection we should have is not present. Oh, so like you're getting nothing. That means that while I'm supposed to be providing Saber with fuel for her engine, so to speak, I'm not. So the amount of quote-unquote gas she has right now, is that the gas that she has for the whole thing? That's a huge detriment. Saber, that means this is not a shortcoming on your part. Something must have happened at my time of summoning. Some sort of error must have occurred, and the connection that should have formed between us failed to do so properly. Probably because you weren't properly, like, summoned at all. You just kind of, like, appeared. An error during your summoning? When Saber was called here, it wasn't any sort of summoning. It was just an accident. It's no wonder Saber's having these issues. Issues, since she was summoned that way. Wait, then what's going to happen? If you can't replenish magical energy, does that mean you're going to disappear soon? Yes. Oh, so she just, when she runs out, she's just gone. Once I use up all the magical energy I possess, I will no longer be able to remain in this world. I have already fought 3 battles since I was summoned. My healing ability is a type of regeneration magecraft, so I will consume more magical energy whenever I am injured. By my calculations, I must have used about 10 full-fledged mages worth of magical energy last night. Well, at least she's really strong and has a lot of magic to begin with. I am speechless. Every time Saber fights, she loses magical energy, and there's no way for her to replace it. Yes, she just said that. You don't gotta rephrase it. If she's used that much magical energy already, how much longer can Saber stay here? Now you understand, Master. Thus, I must avoid using any more magical energy. If I am unable to supplement my magical energy, the only other method is for me to sleep to reduce the consumption of magical energy. Man, between me and Rin, we are at some severe handicaps here. Sleep? Does sleeping restore magical... Oh wait, sleep! Does sleeping restore magical energy? I do not know, but at the very least, I will not use any magical energy while asleep. Which is why I would like you to permit me to sleep as much as possible. I may not be able to protect you all the time, but I hope you do understand so that we may increase our chances of victory. I sigh in relief. It is very interesting because, no, I'm just making another comparison to Fate Zero. But in Fate Zero, she, at least from what I remember, she really did not have these limitations. Or like a lot of the other servants, from what I remember, didn't have these sorts of limitations to them. They were kind of as strong as they could have been. Again, as far as from what I remember and understand. So she was in Fate Zero, and she was just, you know, doing just fine. But also her master was a lot more competent as well. Thank goodness, I'll give her whatever she asks, if that's all there is to it. Of course that's okay. Rest all you want if things get rough for you. I'd rather you do that if it'll allow you to stay with me longer. Then, from now on, I will sleep often. During that time... Saber, we gotta finish our conversation. During that time, I ask that you do not leave the mansion. I will not be able to come to your aid if you are attacked while we are apart. Matters would be different if I could travel through space and time, but that is a rare ability for servants to have. If you are to call me from a distance, you will need to use command spells as backup, as I would prefer you remain nearby. As much as I was like to, I can't readily agree. I can't imagine life with Saber sticking by my side all the time, and I do have my own life to live too. I'll try. But is that all you need me to do? If you're asleep, you'll... It should not be a problem. I cannot be certain since this has never happened before. But I went into battle fewer than 7 times last time. Even if I do not go out and fight, some of the other servants will dispatch each other. I see, so it doesn't mean everyone has to battle everyone else. If all goes well, we can end this war pretty easily. If all goes well, knock on wood. The only people I need to fight are those who start doing things no person should. Or if they, you know, start coming after you and you need to defend yourself. Not like, it seems like 2 masters already know where you live. I can't imagine all 7 would be like that. Even Tohsaka, who seems eager to fight, would still abide by the rules of mages. And as long as the other 5 masters act humanely, I have no intention of fighting them. Saber even said she didn't fight 7 times last time, so this time around... Hold on a minute. Last time? Fewer than 7 times? Hold on, Saber. Are you telling me you were the Saber last time too? I mean, does that mean you participated in the last Holy Grail War too? This is the 2nd time I've participated in the war for the Holy Grail. I was the Saber last time as well. There are heroic spirits who possess attributes suited to multiple classes, but I only fall under the Saber class. Well, that's kind of cool. That, like, Heracles, for instance, maybe Heracles could also be, I don't know, the Rider class or the Saber class, just because he could have that potentially be assigned to him. But with Saber here, she can only ever get Saber because that's only, like, the only thing she could be suited for. I know I was complaining about the story repeating itself, and now I'm repeating it. I'm rewording it because I find it interesting. Deal with it. I remember something Tohsaka said. She said that out of the 7 servant classes, Saber is the best one, typically. And this girl says that she has been summoned as that class twice in a row. Does that mean last time you stayed until the end? Of course. I did not have any of the constraints I do now last time, so I never fell behind the other servants. Saber says this as if it should be obvious. Her statement forces me to realize something. The sword in my possession now is not something I'm worthy of. I don't deserve her. Dang, then you must be really unsatisfied with someone like me as your master. I simply fulfill the duties that have been given to me. As long as I can obtain the Holy Grail, I have no complaints about what my master is. Who my master is, my bad. Got it. That's a relief, but... She used to be fully prepared and in capable hands, but she's been injured twice already. All because she can't replenish her magical energy. That means she'll constantly have to consider how much magical energy she has left as she fights. And because she needs to fight with all these restrictions in her last battle... Okay. Are we just getting serious because we're showing the same image again? She wound up covered in her own blood. Excuse me. The image still haunts my mind. Obviously, it keeps on popping up. You would think the image of you getting impaled would be a little bit more traumatic, but I guess you're too caring of a person. I still see that girl, smaller and slighter than me, being so brutally injured. Shiro, there is no reason to regret such a thing. That is what I meant for, getting stabbed. It's fun. I'm a masochist. Eh? Saber's voice snaps me back to reality. Snap back to reality. There goes gravity. Wait. Oop, there goes gravity. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. It's been such a long time since I've heard that song, I'm not even going to try. It is not that I have never known defeat. I was not victorious last time, and so now I am your servant. I am accustomed to injury, so there is no call for you to be distressed over my wounds. Used to it? Even if your injuries look like they could be fatal? Yes. To wield a sword is to be prepared to accept the consequences of doing so. This holds true for you as well. It is unreasonable to expect me to come out of this unscathed. He is getting really caught up on her being a beautiful girl and letting that kind of stop her from doing her thing. Well, yeah, but so you're saying you don't mind getting hurt? You like being stabbed? I got a knife right here. We can begin right now. As long as the injuries are not fatal, if I die, I will not be able to protect my master. What the heck? So you don't care if you get injured as long as you protect your master? It's kind of the servant's role. Yep, exactly. That is the servant's role. In this, Rin is absolutely correct. Rin! Wait, she enunciates it. There is no cause to treat servants like humans. We are tools used to protect our master, and that is something you must understand. Having said her piece, Saber walks toward the sliding door. There's a room opposite of the screen door. My room has always been big enough for me, so I never used the adjacent room. I will go to sleep now. I will wake up at dinner time, so please let me know if you are going to step out. The sliding door opens quietly, then slides shut. Oh, I will wake up at dinner time. Okay, I thought she was saying I'm gonna go make dinner now. We are tools used to protect our master. That is something you must understand. The heck kind of logic is that? The Holy Grail War kind. It ticks me off. But I can't say that aloud, so I just taken Saber's words and stand alone, perplexed, confused, heart-throbbing. Very confused as to which girl I should go after. Anyway, I sit at the edge of the veranda and mindlessly look up at the blue sky. This is where my father died. I may not be sleeping during the day like Saber, but I still need rest. I'm not nauseous anymore, but I still feel terrible. On top of that, all the unexpected things that have happened are weighing heavily on me. Well, yeah, it would for any normal person. I'm surprised it hasn't weighed heavily on you until now. But I guess he hasn't really gotten a moment to himself until now. I take a deep breath and look blankly out over the yard. I asked about everything I needed to know, and I got answers, but I'm no less lost for it. And yet Tohsaka, my senior, is a mage, or rather a full-fledged master, is completely nonchalant about the whole situation. Nah. Hey, listen! Hey, do you have any extra cushions around? Also, beakers and a protractor? She's busy scouring the house for stuff. My stuff. Take any cushion you want from the guest room. But a normal house doesn't have beakers or protractors. Are you serious? A mage should always keep experimental tools around. Oh, do they do like alchemy? Complaining loudly, she turns and heads back toward the detached building. Tohsaka's really serious about getting herself situated here. I mean, she should be. And the matter of her staying overnight seems to also be settled. When I peeked into the detached building earlier, she'd already picked out the best room for herself. She'd even put up a sign that read, "Remodeling in progress. Do not enter." Remodeling? Okay, the remodeling is maybe a little extreme. Fine. I guess it won't be an issue since the detached building is far away enough. Why would it be an issue to begin with? Having Saber around already has me on edge, but if Tohsaka were close too, there'd be nowhere for me to relax anymore. Why does this have you, or like, why do these people have you on edge? Like, you are currently in a partnership with them to keep you alive. I would have them right on top of me at all times if I possibly could. Otherwise, you might find yourself dying. Oh, but I guess we'll see each other during meals. And there's only one bath here, so we'll have to decide when each of us will use it. Wait a minute. Saber's a girl too, so... Idiot! What the heck am I thinking? I shake my head violently and slump back into the floor. I don't get what he's thinking, actually. With what must be my millionth sigh today, I stare blankly up at the sky. You do sigh a lot. I'm getting drowsy. Must be more tired than I realized. Probably only got a couple hours of sleep, and you were, again, stabbed through the gut. Completely disemboweled. What part of that do you not remember? Whatever. I just go ahead and close my eyes. That sounds really peaceful, though. Just laying out in the grass or something. Staring up at the sky. Apparently not caring at all works wonders. The moment I close my eyes, I drift right off to sleep. We wake up getting into... Okay, cool. There's a moment. The next thing I know, the sun has long since set, and Saber, Tohsaka, and I have gathered around in the living room. I've only just woken up, and Saber is already in the living room. She's cooking. What a wife. And Tohsaka has just finished remodeling her room. Also, what a wife. Sorry, those are stereotypical definitions of a wife, but I will cook and clean for my wife, whoever that is, but she will also be cooking and cleaning. Not like a, you gotta do this kind of a thing, but, you know, we'll share the load. By the way, I also like cooking and cleaning. Well, okay. I can really get into cleaning. I like cooking. This is what the guest room looked like a few hours ago. But now... Shiro, how do I use the AC in here? This was what I saw after being summoned for something so trivial. Even Fujine wouldn't have bothered with me. With me. Oh, she just has her crap here, that's all. The room has transformed into this. She just unpacked her bags. What do you mean? It's not like she tore the wall down and rebuilt the whole thing up. I sure know how to pick a teammate. TikTok. Captain Hook would be scared right now. I'm uncomfortable. My house is playing host to not one, but 2 invaders. And they're pretty girls at that. How dare they? I'm all the more unsettled because I so rarely have guests here. Actually, these 2 don't even look like they belong in a Japanese-style house to begin with. The time is almost 7 o'clock at night. Everyone's in the living room, but staying quiet and doing nothing isn't really good for my mental well-being. Same. I had a moment at lunch where I was sitting around a bunch of coworkers. I'm fine with my coworkers generally, but sitting around them and then just, I don't know, just the stuff we were talking about was just so dry and boring. And I wanted to be anywhere but there. I did eventually just get up and leave because I was like, all right, I'm going to go take care of something in my classroom, and took off. But I was dying. If you 2 don't mind, I want to talk about what we do from here, like our bathroom schedule and all that. Just a sec. Before we do that, I want to set one thing straight. Sure, what's that? It's about dinner, Shiro. You've been living alone for a while, right? Huh? Well, yeah. Which means you've been making your own meals, right? No. No, he does not make his own meals. Don't let him say that. He does not make his own meals. There's a girl that comes by and is basically his maid. I mean, he takes care of her too, but, like, she does a lot of the cooking, it seems. Of course, I'd go hungry if I didn't eat. I see. Then I have a proposal for you. Why don't we take turns preparing dinner? We're going to be living together for a while, so that'll help, right? You're right. I was thinking of going about my normal routine, but now that you're going to be living here, you'll be like family. You were creeped out by them, and now you're calling them family. That's okay. You'll be expected to cook, and it'll lift some of the burden from me. That's settled. Then today, it'll be Shiro's turn. It's late already, so let's talk about this after we've eaten. Wait, it's fine if we take turns cooking dinner, but what about breakfast? Are we gonna take turns for breakfast too? Breakfast? Don't worry about breakfast. I don't eat breakfast. What? Don't be ridiculous. You won't grow up big and strong unless you eat breakfast. Dude, she's 16. She's not growing that much more. Like, they hit puberty before us, okay? Mind your own business. Anyway, you're going to make dinner today, and if you don't make something decent, I'm not talking to you. For the life of me, I don't know what set her off, but Tohsaka glares at me irritated. She likes being pampered, obviously, and she wants good food. I want good food. Fine, I'll make something. Saber, you're going to eat too, right? If you are going to prepare something, then yes. Meals are an important source of energy. Got it. Then you 2 sit back and behave yourselves, you rotten eggs. Just, why would he say behave yourselves? They're not throwing a riot or anything. I grab my apron and head to the kitchen. Luckily, there are enough ingredients for a meal for 3. I turned on the rice cooker right when I woke up, so it should be done in about half an hour. I glanced towards Tohsaka and Saber from the kitchen. Those 2 look like they would prefer eating Western-style meals over Japanese meals. I seriously doubt Saber would like tofu and natto, to say nothing of Tosaka. I'll try natto maybe once in my life, but isn't that like fermented sperm sacs or something? That just sounds disgusting, and the texture just sounds so disgusting as well. No, I'm good. Actually, I don't think Saber would be able to hold chopsticks again, we're going so slice of lifey. Like, oh, you moved in? Okay, we gotta like get a roommate agreement of who's gonna cook when, and I'm gonna cook for you tonight, and what do they want? Like, okay, this is not what I thought this visual novel would be when I first started. Not in a bad way. It's just, you know, just stuff I didn't think we would be getting into. I hesitate for a minute, but there's no point worrying about this now, because even a book doesn't like go this deep. There's only a few dishes I can make with the ingredients I have right now. I have tofu. I think for a moment and decide to make deep fried tofu. I also decide to make a simple tofu and seaweed soup. Since I have some chicken prepped, I'll use it to make teriyaki chicken as the main dish. Man, because this is so Western style. I drain the water from the tofu, season the chicken, and cut the daikon into thin strips to make a crunchy salad. Also grate the daikon to make a sauce and saute some shishito peppers, okay? I only know of shiitake. Oh, no, peppers, not mushrooms. I was thinking shiitake mushrooms. I was gonna say I only know one type of Japanese mushroom. They weren't talking about mushrooms. Have you decided on what to do, Rin? Not really. I can't say much because I don't have much information, but I think the most important thing to do is find the other masters. There are 4 more masters. I'd like to search for them without revealing that I'm a master too, but I don't think that's realistic. I told them to be good, but they're on a pretty disturbing topic. How is this them? You've been such a bad girl, talking about the things that we need to talk about and strategizing. How dare you? Bad girl. Shame. Don't they see I'm busy making dinner for the 3 of us? They're not even looking over here. Do they need to be staring at you as you cook? Tohsaka, not 4, it's 5. The only masters we know so far are you and me. I shout my contribution from the kitchen, holding the big frying pot to make the deep fried tofu. Tofu? What about the girl that attacked you? Question mark? What are you talking about? We know 3. You, me, and that Ilyasville. Did you already forget about Berserker? Oh. Oh right, that little girl is also a master. I'd completely forgotten about her since Berserker left such a vivid impression on me, but now I remember that little girl is a master too, and she tried to kill us without a second's hesitation. I bet you didn't even consider Ilyasville an enemy. Forget about that for now, and just concentrate on cooking, you slave. We're going to have a problem if I can't judge how good you are. Yeah, because his cooking skills are so important for this. I don't know that my cooking skills are going to be problematic to Tohsaka, but she's right. The food prep's pretty much done, so I need to concentrate and finish the dishes now. Ilyasville. Berserker Master. You seem to know her, Rin. Well, yeah, or I know the name anyway. The Eisenburns are a mage family who have been in the Holy Grail a few times. So they are well versed in the Holy Grail War. Probably. I don't know about the others, but I can say pretty confidently that Ilyasville is our biggest obstacle. The Berserker class is typically used to enhance a weak hero. It takes the heroic spirit's sanity in exchange for strengthening them, but to control a hero that's turned violent requires a vast amount of magical energy. Also, she took someone that was probably going to be pretty strong to begin with it being Heracles, and then like buffed him even more. Let's say, for example, if you became a Berserker class. I would not be able to communicate with you as I am now. Berserkers are entirely specialized in combat, totally unable to cooperate with anyone. It would be like attempting to tame a wounded lion. No ordinary mage could control such a servant. I figured as much. An ordinary mage would have a difficult time controlling a berserker, even if the heroic spirit was a minor hero. Yet, Ilyasviel summoned an absolute top-tier hero as a berserker, and she's managed to control him completely, which means that she's also stupid strong. I hate to say this, but that girl's ability as a master is on an entirely different level. I agree. Our current problem is that we are being targeted by this extraordinary master. Right. My archer hasn't recovered to the point where he can return to battle. What about you, Saber? How are your wounds? I should be fine for normal battles, but I have not yet recovered to the point where I can go up against Berserker. The wounds I sustained from Berserker have completely healed, but it appears the wounds I received from Lancer will take longer. Really? I'm trying to remember. Oh, right. Her wound from Lancer was getting impaled. That makes sense compared to a slice. I see. Then at this point, we have no choice but to wait and see. I have a suggestion. I hear Archer has keen eyes. What do you think of having him watch over the house and the surrounding area? I intend to have him do just that. He's my little worker bee. I'll have him keep watch from the roof, so we should know right away if someone suspicious gets near. The house also has a bounded field around it, so we should be as good as far as the fences go. Though, if Berserker came in to evade this house, our only option would probably be to run away. The two continue their conversation. ... I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. They're plotting against me. I hear the voices in my head screaming at me to take the knife and kill one of them. Right now, it says. I'm the one making dinner for them, so I think it's rude for them to talk without me. Or that. Besides, Tohsaka is too friendly with Saber. Well, I can't really talk to Tohsaka casually, so casually like that, so maybe Tohsaka is just talking to Saber on my behalf. I see my face reflected in the glass of the kitchen cabinet, my brows furrowed in disapproval. That's weird. Why am I so mad? You're getting jelly, my king, my Grizzler. My Ohio scribbity. I'm just saying brain rot terms for the sake of saying stuff. Okay then, my bad. I set out 3 plates and start serving dinner. Here you go, big backs. I head out into the living room. You know, this isn't the best topic for dinner. I loudly smack the tray down in front of Tohsaka. Well, someone's getting some sass. Why are you so mad, Shiro? Oh, is it because you wanted to help serve the food? Or you wanted me to help serve the food? I'm not mad. I'm just really aggressive for no reason. I just thought you were trying to act aloof around people. I give her a sideways glance. Tohsaka seems perplexed. Oh, there's that smile. That dang smile. Started it all. And then she gives me a chilling smile. We were just deciding on how our partnership was going to work. Don't worry. I'm not going to try to steal your saber. Your bae. What the? I can tell I'm starting to blush. Tohsaka just pointed out why I was so annoyed. Why you? Oh, am I wrong? Then I apologize, Amiya. You say whatever the heck you want. I retreat to the kitchen to grab the rest of the dishes. Why you? I'll show you by giving you more food. Eat it all. She really got to me. Tohsaka is still smiling and Saber is as expressionless as ever. I'm starting to wonder whether I can survive this partnership. But we go ahead and start dinner. I stab my chopstick into her fork. Into her hand, not her fork. That'd be very interesting. I'm giving her the silent treatment. After what happened earlier, I don't want to talk to Tosaka. I'm an angry boy, and I'm too embarrassed to even look at Saber. ... Saber eats in silence. Her movements are elegant. I can't believe she's the same girl who was swinging a sword earlier. She was swinging that sword. You can't afford my diamond sword. And I can't put a figure on it, but... Okay, sorry, I wasn't trying to sound sensual there. Every time she takes a bite of something she hasn't eaten before, she nods. It's amusing. Seems to be her way of saying the food is good. Also, it turns out she can use chopsticks properly. I mean, again, she was in the last Holy Grail War. Tosaka, on the other hand. The moment she takes her first bite, she clenches her fist and says, "Alright, I can do better than this." Foo-foo, just you wait and see tomorrow, Shiro Mia. I'm a master chef. Tosaka's fist trembles with excitement. ... Dear God, ... Have I done something bad? Okay, so what you two were discussing earlier... Oh, you don't want to talk about your food being bad? You just want to talk about the thing that made you ticked off? The two raised their heads simultaneously. What? Nani? Wait. I'm already nervous with just one of them around, so having the two react in unison like that is torture. I don't get... I mean, is it literally just because they're female that you're so nervous? What were we discussing earlier? About what to do from now on. You two were talking about it while I was cooking. About looking for the other masters. Yeah, that. I'm just wondering if you have a specific plan. Like, who do we go? Do we take a sniper and go pow to someone way off in the distance? We gotta plan it like a heist, GTA style, if you will. There's nothing to do other than take it slow and steady. Oh, by the way, can you at least sense other mages? It'd make things a lot easier if you could. I can't. I don't know you were a mage. I didn't know you were a mage, and we've been going to the same school for 2 years. I knew it. Well, that's fine. I'm sure the others are concealing their presence anyway, so searching for them that way isn't the best option. What about you, Saber? I hear servants can detect other servants. I can, somewhat. However, that is only if they are using their abilities nearby. In my case, I can only detect other servants in about a 200-meter radius. I mean, that's still pretty far. I see. Then we really do need to just wait and see if someone makes a move, or to look for some place that seems odd to us. A master would leave some traces or hints behind when they make a move, so we'll have to search for those. Are you saying we need to search all over town? No, we really shouldn't do that. Our opponents have probably set up some sort of net too, so they'll know right away what we are masters if we do something like that. We could go the 2 incidents that have happened, the one with like the broken pipe in the city, and then the thing with the girl that got stabbed. Those could be potential causes, or those could have been caused by servants. We should go check out those. For now, we should hold off on taking initiative until we figured out a plan. We're trying to figure out a plan. Just live your life the way you always have, and don't let them discover that you're a master. Hide the command spell on your hand so they can't see it. Try not to go anywhere there aren't plenty of people around. Alright, Mom, fine. I'll go to my room and play Minecraft. Listen to Midwest Emo. Head home as soon as the sun sets. And what else? Please take your servant with you whenever you go outside this house. Can Archer act as your escort and guard you, Rin? I think he can do that. It shouldn't be a problem for me because I'll have him be in spirit form on standby. But the problem is... Yeah. Is Saber gonna start attending school as a transfer student? This is getting so shonen-esque. My master. Exactly. Hey, are you even listening, Shiro? Take Saber with you everywhere you go. We may have decided not to draw attention, but there could be still some idiot who might attack us in broad daylight. Have Saber with you in case that happens, okay? Stupid. Alright, I'll try. What do you mean try? You literally just take her with her. Like, tie a rope to her. Walk around with her. She's like a dog. Oh, well, no, she's not like a dog. Don't treat her like that, but... My response is pretty half-hearted. I understand why Tohsaka would say that, but I hesitate at the idea of taking Saber everywhere. I'm already nervous talking to Tohsaka, but Saber makes me even more nervous. Actually, nervous might not be the right word. I'm just bad at talking to Saber. What is it? Nothing. Hey, do you want a second helping? Hand me your bowl. No, I am fine. It was very good, Shiro. Gosh. I avert my gaze without meaning to. If I can't even look her in the eye right now, who knows what I'm going to feel or what I'll do if we're going to be together all the time. I mean, you'll get, like, used to it, get good scrub, you know? Like, I don't know. Oh, but this might be hard. Saber can't turn into her spirit form, so she can't follow you to school. School? Are you a student, Shiro? Yeah, I am. You can tell by me being a scrawny little 15-year-old. Yeah, right. Saber can't go to school because she's not a student. I guess I'll just have to have her stay at home while I'm at school. Is it possible for you not to go to school? Oh my gosh. Do not go to school, Shiro. I can't do that. I should live my life like normal, so I need to go to school. Besides, school's safe. There's not a lot of places with so many people. Actually, school is not safe. But... it'll be okay, Saber. I'll be there too, so I'll back him up if something happens. And I keep saying nothing will happen. That's not true. We've already had things happen at the school. You literally died at the school. Granted at nighttime, but like, still at the school. Understood. If Master says so, I will oblige. Saber doesn't look convinced, but she still nods in agreement. Night falls. Tohsaka looks like she prepared herself a bath while I was cleaning up after dinner. She is such a spoiled brat. Kind of. I mean, she does live in like a really fancy ritzy house and have a male butler now, basically, as her servant. Honestly, she's acting like she owns the place right from the start. I want more Archer. I have not, like, seen this man in so long. I want Archer. I miss him. I'll need to make clear who's boss around here, or things are going to be real tough for me in the future. I'll burp to assert my dominance. Easier said than done. I get the sense seizing the initiative is going to be really hard. Rin has a very dominant personality over you, is all I'm going to say. Speaking of difficulties, there's another person who'll be the source of my headaches. Actually, Saber's probably my bigger obstacle. Tohsaka can be reasoned with, but Saber seems completely impossible to convince, no matter what. I think Saber's just stubborn and just wants to make sure that things go well. I don't think that's bad. Saber. I know, she's not a bad person, but... Saber's back in her room. Tohsaka's probably back in her own room in the detached area of the house. I'm the only one in the living room. There's still time before bedtime, so I should probably talk to Saber a bit more. Honestly, I'll need to overcome my awkwardness around her, or else I'm going to suffer for it. I don't, like... Because when you were first talking to her one-on-one earlier, you didn't say anything about this awkwardness. You just rolled with it. And then now all of a sudden, because they live here, it's awkward? Whether she's a servant or not, she's still a girl and younger than me. Is she? Is she? I thought she was like a full-grown woman. Just tiny is all. I'm sure I could learn a lot about her if we talked. Plus, I'll need to get used to her. My goodness, Reed, dude. I'll need to get used to her. Tohsaka's never going to stop looking down on me. And that's a problem. I don't want that, so I should work on talking to her more casually. I go back to my own room. The room next to mine, separated by a single sliding door, is Saber's room. Saber, are you awake? You know, I know we made an agreement about letting you sleep as much as possible, but wake up right this moment. The way she appeared, just found it so funny. Why do I find that so funny? I just wasn't expecting the faded between the door, then her just quickly. Whew, it almost made it look like she was like crawling on the ground, and then just like her head just popped up at the last moment. I am. Is something the matter, master? Yes, go fetch me my tea. It's tea time. Saber slides the door open. I try to get the hammering of my heart under control as she comes near. Dude, get it together. Calm down. I'm going to talk to her as a master. Yes, her master. Shiro, you do not look well. Has your wound opened up? No, that's not it. I'm feeling all better. Actually, how are you doing, even though we'd spent the whole day talking about that? I am fine. It may take some more time to completely heal in my current state, but I'm still well above average. I should be evenly matched in battle, so long as it is not against Berserker. I don't sense any pretension from her. She's simply stating the truth. ... I don't have any response to give. Saber's words, not swords, may be encouraging to a master, but I still don't want a delicate-looking girl like her to fight. I want to ask you something. Don't you have any goals other than fighting? Since you're here in the modern world, aren't there things you'd like to do? This is... Gosh, are we about to go on dates with each other, go to the bowling alley, have like a whole beach day, a spring festival day? It's gonna be like a full rom-com anime. I've been not rereading. I've seen My Dress Up Darling. I'm reading the manga right now. I'm almost caught up to where the first season ends, which is where I watched up to, but man, just the comparisons I'm making between the rom-com stuff and this is so high right now. Other goals? There's nothing else. Servants are summoned to fight. That is all. Anything else is futile. You have raised an irrelevancy. I figured. I'm trying to tell someone not to fight when it's their only reason for being here. It's literally her reason for being alive. It's not that I wanted to tell her that, but it's just that Saber lacks humanity. Almost like she's a disembodied spirit or something. I mean, well, not disembodied. It now has she was a disembodied spirit that got a body, just for the sole purpose of fighting. That might be enough if fighting is all she's going to do, but she is right in front of me, looking like an actual human being. So it doesn't feel right for her to just fight. In the words of Eren Yeager, if Saber is going to be here, she should at least do something she enjoys, or it'll all seem like it was in vain. Hey, Saber, servants are supposed to be heroic spirits from the past, right? Then... I'd been about to ask her what she was like before she became who she is now, but I stopped myself. I cannot tell you my true name. During the day, Saber said that she was going to be a secret between the two of us. So I wouldn't be surprised if Saber refused to tell me anything about her past. But I want to be friends with you, Uwu. Shiro, it is not polite to stop mid-sentence. If the question is important enough, I will answer. No, forget about it. I was just about to ask a dumb question. Is he about to get up in my face? Okay, no, we're just averting our eyes. I avert my eyes to try to change the topic. That seems to be a common tactic. It was a really stupid question. I thought I wasn't interested in Saber's identity, and Saber's been refusing to tell me because it's not safe. Bringing up something like this would prove I'm a bad master, dwelling on unimportant stuff. ... But what else can I talk to her about then? If I can't ask anything about Saber, the only other topics left would be me. Man, I'll talk about me all day. Let's go for it. I'm such a selfish little word I can't say. That would be even more pointless. I mean, I can't say it. I'm just not going to. I'm grasping at straws here. If I can't ask about her identity, I'll just have to ask about what Saber likes, what she wants to eat for breakfast tomorrow. I don't care if she's going to look at me funny. I'm ready to ask all the futile questions I want. Shiro, if you do not have any questions, may I ask something? Ooh, you're wanting to get to know me. We'll find out what she's going to want to ask next time. You will hear me later. I will not see you later because I cannot see you. I'm just staring at a game right now and a recording software. But I will see y'all later. Bye.